It's Allison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Allison. I'm just going to go over to my Facebook group and I can go live over there and then I'll be able to see everybody on Border Buddy YouTube and my Facebook page. So welcome. I'm just going to double check that I'm actually live. You guys can hear me. Looks like I am. I'll see if you can hear me. Yep, great. Okay. So I'm where I'm supposed to be. Super. And I'll just wait for you guys to hop on because it does take a minute to get going. So let me introduce myself. I'm Allison Sullivan. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia. And my YouTube channel and my Facebook page are my brand, which is Stamp Crazy with Allison. So welcome. And I've got people over there. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Thanks so much for watching. Oh, that's an old one. I just see an old one. So let's see what's going on here. This one I want to make sure is working. Hi, Carol. How are you? Nice to see you watching live today over on my Border Buddy. Hi, Diane. Hi, Keisha. How are you, friends? How are we doing? So today we're going to be using the Storybook Garden Patch Bundle, which is fantastic. It's part of that mega suite, the Storybook Moments Suite Collection. It has two bundles. So the other one is the adorable little characters that look like they jumped off the Beatrix Potter pages. But we're only going to be using the Storybook Garden today. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Sarah. I hope you got my email. Just reminding you to sign to join the class that we're having on Saturday, right? The Storybook Friends class. So just check your emails and join that as soon as you can. You're good? Oh, that's good. Glad to hear it, Diane. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Another glorious day. I know we're supposed to get, we're supposed to get snow? I hate to say that word. But boy, we've had the driest January in 40 years, and it's fantastic in Vancouver anyway. Hi, Alexina. Nice to see you. Okay, so I got Carol over on my Border Buddy page. I got the rest of you watching me on Facebook, my Facebook page. So should we get started? Let's do that. I'm going to go over to my workspace and watch your comments over there. Okay. So as I said, we're going to be playing with Storybook Garden Patch. And I've got, these are the dies that I'm going to be using because you can see, you can stamp, and then we've got the dies that cut out every one of these images. So you don't even have to fussy cut, which is awesome. Here's the rest of the ones I'm not going to be using. Okay, now I'm using this today because I want to talk about the class that we've got coming up. It's using this bundle, and as all my classes, if you live in Canada, you'll get a goodie bag. If you don't live in Canada, you just buy the PDF version, and you can stamp along with us. So if you live in Canada, for your $47, you're going to get half a pack of this fantastic timeless plaid designer series paper. Look at this. So there's 12 different designs, and then they're double-sided, and you're going to get 2 of these, so 24 sheets. Okay. You're going to get half a roll of the vanilla and black large checked ribbon, which is vanilla and black. So you're going to get 5 yards of that. Love that. And you're going to get a full pack of the 2023-2025 in color opaque sparkle dots. Oh, God, that's a mouthful. Okay, so you get the goodie bag. You get a PDF with the instructions for 4 cards. You're going to get a card kit. It's going to have the 4 cards, but you're going to get 2 of each. So it's nice to make one and then give one away, right? So you have 1 to keep, 1 to give away. And you get the envelopes. And what else do we get? Oh, yeah, you get an invite to the class. Now, this class, there's a bit of confusion. I had accidentally said it was on the 15th. It's not. It is on it is on February 22nd. February 22nd, okay? And so at 10 a.m. It's on a Facebook group. You can watch live, or you can watch it later. You have to watch it live, and you'll have access to all the recordings. Okay. Now, I was going to say some people aren't on Facebook, but you guys all are. If you weren't, then I will have a links to watch it on YouTube. I love that paper too, Cindy. I think it's a very versatile paper. Plaid, I don't think you can go wrong with plaid, right? Sorry, you guys, I got something sticky on me, which I've got on my fingers now, so it's probably gonna wreak havoc when I start my card. Okay, should we get started? Let's get started. All right. Now, I'm going to be stamping and coloring a lot, so stick with me. Not your day. You got a short neck and you took a chunk of your finger from from your mandolin. Oh, yes, I have one of those. And boy, if your finger you're going down and you get close to those blades, it will shave off your skin. I've had that happen. Oh, poor you. Oh, well, settle back and watch. Take your mind off it. So I am starting with Lost Lagoon. Now, this is not a color I use very often. Oh, hi, Leanne in Perth. Nice to see you. Hi, Mo. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and that's how we're going to get our North American sized card. So for people like my buddy Leanne in Perth, she's going to have to adjust the measurements for her size paper that they get. Oh, hi, Sonia. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, and thank you for sharing. Appreciate it. So what I want to do first, to just get some pieces out of the way here, is let's take a piece of basic white and let's glue it inside our card. That'll be a nice place for you to write your sentiment on. So it's just 5 1/4 by 4. So you're just going down 1/4 inch all around. And then I've got a piece of that fantastic paper. It's cut 1 inch by 5 1/4. So we'll just decorate the bottom of our inside here just to give it a little bit of interest. My sister Ellie, who's on this call, she does this a lot. And it's really a nice way to just kind of add some color so you're just not plain. Okay, so that's the base of our card. I've also grabbed a piece of the designer series paper. I'm going to use this side actually because I think it's the old olive. It might look a little brown on here, but it's actually old olive. And I think this looks really gardeny for some reason. I don't know why. So again, this one's cut 5 1/4 by 4. So we're just wanting to put a nice little layer on the front of our card. Okay. Oop. I like to get pieces out of the way. Are you like that, you guys, where you're making a card and you got all these bits and then you lose the bits? So I like to glue as I go. You are with your hand in the air. Oh, dear. Okay. Now, I've also got another piece of the plaid. This one needs to be trimmed down. I cut it the wrong size here. So let's trim this one down. It is, I believe, 3 inches by, I think I want it to be 5. I think so. Well, if I didn't, it's too late. That's what it's going to be. Gosh, hope that's right. I think so. So I just wanted like a little palette here to start building our design on. Okay, so I can actually go ahead and glue this on, and I want it to kind of have it. I don't know if I want it at an angle actually. I was looking at a card in the catalog and I was kind of casing it, but I'm not sure what I want to do now. So we'll leave it. Now I'm going to stamp a whole bunch of these images, tons of them. Not sure how many we're going to use, but we'll stamp them all. So I've got my memento, and you're going to say, well, that's not what memento looks like. No, it isn't. But I have inked and uninked craft pad with the memento ink, and you will be amazed at how much better it is than using the memento pad. Okay, so I've got my watering can, and then I've got a set of pots. Let's do a rake. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to use. I'm just stamping them now and we'll figure it out. Okay, and then I've got a little spade here. I need some veg. So let's do a radish. Actually, I'm going to do another one of these pots. Put another pot on there. Let's do a cabbage. And let's do a carrot. Now I'm spreading them out a little bit because we are going to be using the dies to cut them out. So we want to give ourselves a bit of a space so we can get all the dies on there. Now I am going to move all of these bits, these stamps that are now covered in ink, well away from my stamp space. So just let me do that so that we're not accidentally getting ink on anything. Because that's bound to happen, right? It's just Murphy's Law, right? Okay, now coloring. You can use whatever colors you want. You can also use whatever medium you want. If you want to use watercolor pencils, go for it. If you want to use ink with a blender pen or an aqua painter, go for it. They will all look lovely and give you a very different look. I'm going to go with my favorite, and that's the Stampin' Blends. Look at all these colors. Oh my gosh. Right? All righty. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my rake. So I'm going to color my handle here. This is real red. While I've got my real red out, I'm going to color in my radish. Like I said, I'm not sure how many of these I will use. We'll just color them and then we'll make a decision. So I can get rid of that. Next, let's add some color to a carrot. So I'm just going to add pumpkin pie, the dark pumpkin pie, and then I'm going to go in with the light pumpkin pie and just blend that. These aren't huge images, so it's only so much blending you can do, but you can do a little bit. Okay, now we got a whole bunch of green stuff to color in. So I've got greens here. I have picked, what did I pick? Oh my gosh, light granny apple. I must have a dark granny apple. A dark granny apple. I've got a light lemon twist, a dark lemon twist, and a dark old olive, but not a light old olive. Interesting. Okay, so that's the colors for our greenery. I don't know which way I'm going here, but let's go with the light lemon lime twist. I'm going to color in the cabbage. Or lettuce, I guess it could be too, but Diane told me it was a cabbage, and I think she's absolutely right. Okay, so that's the light. That's light lemon lime. Okay. And then I'm going to go with a darker color. So I'm not sure if the dark granny apple is going to be dark enough. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so we've got the light lemon lime, and then we've gone in and added a little bit of dark just to the center. Okay. Now, our tops of our radishes. How about light granny apple? Should I try that? Sure, that looks good. Now, for these, you know when you've got a leaf, and a leaf is folded over in the nature, the bottom of that leaf tends to be dark because it's folded over. So I'm going to use the dark old olive just for that part of the leaf that is folded over. So it's on the back. Okay, so it just gives you some dimension there. And then for our carrot, oh, how about a little bit of dark granny apple? Okay. And then let's blend that in a little bit with the light lemon lime, just to give it a little bit of dimension. Like I said, you're not going to spend a lot of time blending these colors unless you're a real artist and you want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to add some different colors just to give it some depth. I'm thinking I'm not loving this, so I'm going to add a little bit more of lemon lime, just to give it a little bit more dimension. And this one here, I'm going to kind of blend this in a little bit better. In fact, what I might do is just add, I'm not sure if it's going to work. At the end of the world if it doesn't. Add just as it goes out, so sort of dark, and then I'm going to let it just go out a little bit darker and then really light up the outside. Gives a little bit more dimension, I think. All right, so those are all my greens. Yeah, I said hi. I think I said hi, Ellie. I hope. Thanks for watching. Linda is over there watching on Border Buddies. Yay. All right, so now we've got our bigger pieces here. So I'm going to start with my watering can. I'm going to use, let's look at these colors. I like to get all my colors straight here so that I'm not just grabbing something. Okay, so I've got crumb cake, light and dark. I've got smoky slate, light and dark. I've got pecan, which is light. And then I've got gray granite, I think. Dark gray granite and light gray granite. Okay, not sure what I'm going to be doing, so let's just play. How about light gray granite? How light is gray granite? That's too light. That almost looks brown to me. Here's the dark. I'm not loving that either. So let's try dark smoky slate. Let's do that. So this would be like the inside of the can, like you'd be able to see the inside of the can. So let's do a little bit of that. And then let's put a little bit around along the edge here and then down, blending. So sort of drawing it in. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You can kind of do this, a little scribble. And then maybe a little bit here. A little bit here. You could do this another color because it's almost would lend itself to be like a rusty can, wouldn't it? We'll do that. That looks good. And then I will do the light smoky slate. Let's see how that is. We can always add more color. That's the beauty about Stampin' Blends, is that you can just layer the colors, layer the colors, layer the colors. I want to really blend in that edge. So I'm trying to draw in this edge here that we've created with the dark and kind of blend in that stark line. That's what the beauty about blends versus, say, a marker. You can definitely give that illusion of dimension. Okay, so that's that. Then I've got my pots. Let's see. So this pot, I think I will do, I got the dark crumb cake. So I'm kind of adding dark. I'm going to just go down here. Drag that down. There we go. Sort of like that. Okay. Just want it to be quite subtle. Then add my crumb cake. My original card, I had 2 pots, but I think I'm just going to go with 1. I might color the second one in, but I think I'm just going to stick with 1 pot. And the color that I colored my other pot in, I'm not loving. So maybe that was why I only want to add 1. See, so I'm using that light crumb cake. This is just crumb cake. Just kind of blending that in so we get that nice contrast. Now, pecan. Handle of my rake. And I think kind of the handle over here of my spade. Then I'm going to go with, maybe that's why I had the dark granite out for, probably. Let's add some dark granite here. It's kind of the little part that holds the spade on. And hi, Leanne. Good afternoon. My friend Leanne, not my Perth Leanne, my BFF Leanne. I'm coloring based on a card that I got from her that I'll show you soon. Okay, so that's our spade. Then this is light gray granite. I always forget about gray granite. And gray granite sounds like it'd be really dark, right? But it's actually surprisingly not. And it has very much a brownish tinge to it that I can see anyway. And I'm just going to grab my smoky slate. So this is dark smoky slate. I'm just going to add a little bit indiscriminately. Nothing fancy. And go back in with my light gray granite and just kind of blend that in a bit. There we go. Okay, so there's our start. Now, I am going to color one more thing in. I just have to find the color. And I have no idea how this will turn out because I haven't played with it. This is Cajun Craze. So Cajun Craze to me is a bit of a, let's color on the, ooh, that's dark. That's actually the light Cajun Craze, and I don't like it. It's too dark for me. And then that's the dark, which doesn't seem as dark. Interesting. I'm wondering if I did that and I matched it up with crumb cake, whether that would work. You know what? We'll try it. I have no idea. So I'm not liking the light. The light to me is not light. Whoops, got the wrong end, put my wrong end on the wrong. And you say, how do you know that? Well, because this one has a little thing on it. So that's how I know. Okay, so here we go. This is actually the dark, which for some reason seems lighter. So I'm just going to add a bit along the pots. There we go, sort of a little bit like that. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I'm going to bring in crumb cake. Let's see what I get when I add crumb cake to this. Yeah, I'm not sure I love it, but that's okay. I'm just going for it. I don't know what this resembles in real life, but it's okay. It's fun. A little more interesting than just brown. It's Cajun and crumb cake. Not bad. Just keep going over it though until that's blended in. Okay, that's not bad. It kind of looks like a rusty pot, doesn't it? Kind of. Okay, so those are all our colors. Let's cut those out. So the best thing about, oh, I love this one. All the bits can be cut out with a die, coordinating dies. Okay, then we've got cabbage. We've got a radish. Now, for those of you who, I think most of you have joined me before, I do use repositionable tape to hold my dies in place because cutting this many on one sheet would definitely be risky behavior. So I like repositionable tape just to hold them in place as I run it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Okay. Go. Hold all of these down. So this takes almost as much time as coloring, doesn't it? Turn that around. There we go. These are really two really adorable bundles. Both of the Storybook bundles from Storybook Moments. They're so cute. Actually, that didn't turn out too bad, that pot. Happy accident. Of course, I can only cut one pot out at a time because I've only got one die. So we'll run it through, and then we won't cut that one out. It's too close to the cabbage. So we'll cut it out when we do the other pot. Okay, so we got all of that. I'm going to use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So you're going to need platform 1. You're going to need the die piece. Number 2, you're going to need number 3, your project. And then plate number 3 is going back on top. All of these pieces could be cut using the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You don't need the big one, but it's more time. It's less time consuming because I can put them all on the same platform here. So let's take these off. And then we'll do the last 2. So then I need another pot. So I'm going to grab that pot. Come on, die. Here we are. Because you can use the tape over again. It's it stays sticky long enough that you can do it. You can have multiple cuts. Let's trim this off. And go. Oop. Actually, I'm going to trim this off again because I might as well, while I'm cutting this out, we might as well cut out the other piece that I have to do, right? So just to save us some time. So we'll get this ready to go, but we won't run it through until I get my sentiment done. Okay, so get that. And then lastly, we've got our little fork. It's a fork, pitchfork, I don't know, rake, I don't know. Someone will tell me. Okay, let's set that aside for a sec. I'm just going to put that over there. And we're going to stamp a sentiment. So this stamp set does not have a sentiment. Okay, so I used a sentiment from its little partner bundle, Storybook Friends, and we're going to use Happy Spring. So I'm going to emboss it. I'm going to grab my embossing buddy, give it a nice little swipe, and Versamark and my sentiment. Happy Spring. And we'll add some black embossing powder. Pitchfork, yeah. There we go. Sort of what you would use to turn the hay in a barn. Okay. All right. So give that a little flick. Okay, let's heat set that. Thank you, Cindy. I don't profess to be an artist at all, but you don't really have to be, especially with blends, right? Okay, there we go. Then I'm going to grab, you guys are sick of hearing me tell you that this is my favorite framelit set. You get squares, circles, and these little labels or banners, and they're all stitched. It's called Stylish Shapes. Say that 3 times. Stylish Shapes. Okay. Get some tape. Oh, I'm actually getting to the end of my roll. I've been using this roll for 2 years, maybe even more. So it tells you how much I get out of it. All right. Here we go. Remember, we're doing our pitchfork, our pot, and now our sentiment. Run that through. And then we will have all our bits. All our bits and bobs, as they like to say. Oh, one went flying on the floor, so I have to go get it. That's what happens with live. Okay, so I'll just carefully remove all of these. And like I said, I keep the tape just on the side of my desk so I can reuse it. And I'm going to put my die, look at that, I'm going to put my die right onto my magnet sheet so I don't lose it. Because I tend to lose things and then I go to grab my die and it's not here because it's stuck to something or it flew off the table or some other calamity has befallen it. Okay, so we got all of these veg here. Put those on my magnetic sheet. And we've got our fork. And I think, oh no, that's not quite it. We also need our saying and our little framelit here. Okay, we are set. Let's start putting this together. Here we go. Okay. Oh, is it a beautiful snowy day where you are, Pam? Oh, I think we're getting, hi Wendy over there. I think we're getting snow, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure. Okay, so I've got my nice pots here. I think, so I've got this pot. I think I'm going to glue this pot down. Got my white glue. Come on, white glue. Don't fail me now. Here we are. Here we go. Glue that down. I'm not sure if I'm going to angle this or not. So I think I have to kind of see where I want this to go. I've got this like this. Do I want it straight or angled? I'm going to angle it. It may be a mistake, but I don't care. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna just put it at a slight angle. Here we go. Don't you love this paper? Cindy already told me she loved this paper, but don't the rest of you love this paper? I love it. Got a little bit of residual from my tape, so I'm just gonna give it a little rub and that'll get rid of it. Okay. Don't usually get residual because it's not that tacky actually. All right. This one, I think I will pop up. So I got my dimensionals. There we go. Sitting in your craft all day looking at my beautiful big window, the snow. So pretty, the weight was, now it's going to get dirty. I know that's the thing about snow when it first comes, right, Pam? It's like, oh, it's so beautiful. And then in about a day, it's like, it's so dirty and muddy and ugh, right? Well, I will say, not to jinx us, a little bit, jinxing, but we've had beautiful weather in Vancouver. It's kind of spooky. I thought, where is my watering can? Here it is. Watering can. So we got, remember our little cabbage. Let's have it going the right way here. We've got our, okay, so I'm going to glue my cabbage down. And then I'm going to pop this up. So I want the can to be popped up, but I don't, if I pop it up again, it's going to be double popped. I want it to line up with this, so be the same height. So in order to achieve that, you're going to take your dimensional and you're only going to put it on the part, where's my scissors? You're only going to put it on the part that is not on top of your, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that's kind of what it's going to look like, and I'm going to glue this to the pot. That way, I've lined up the heights of the two items, and I hope that makes sense to everybody. I always find it hard to explain what I'm trying to do. I do my best to explain it, but hopefully it makes sense. So you see, I've got glue on the bit that's going to be stuck to this, which is already risen. So it's going to get its height from this piece, and then the piece, otherwise it would just flap. This piece is going to be popped up just on the one end. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. All right, I've got a rake and a spade. I'm not sure. I have no idea where I'm going to put this. We've got all these little vegetables too. Maybe sort of like that. Can always scoot in the spade isn't a hard one to add. Let's do the same thing here. We're going to glue this, getting its height from my pot, but I have to give it the same height on the bottom part of my carrot. So kind of doing the same thing here. Go. And I've got this guy, but I haven't stuck him down yet. I think I might just glue him down. But let's put our radish on. Then we can kind of fit him in. So I'll put a radish over here. So you see I'm going off the paper and outside of the paper. That's because it kind of draws your eye out, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to have everything stuck in a frame. You want to expand that frame or that visual field, I guess. Okay, so we'll glue that down. So we've got the height. So we're spread out, we've got the height. And then we've got this little spade. Should I put my little spade? I don't know where I want to put my spade. Isn't that funny? You do all this and you worry and fret about a little shovel. Kind of funny. Okay, I'll just stick it on. I was going to pop it up, but I think, no, I don't want to pop it up. Okay, that's what we've got so far. It is a perfect background, isn't it? I kind of used the samples in the catalog to give me an idea of how to do this. So always refer to the catalog. If you can't think of something, then go, what did the concept artist do? I'm going to give this a little bit of a tail. This is that ribbon we talked about, comes as part of the goodie bag. Okay, so how big do I need this? And that's about it. I think that's good. So I'm going to just trim this off, keeping my finger in the, there we go. Okay, and then I want to grab a piece of Scotch tape, nothing fancy, just some Scotch tape. And I'm only doing this to hold this in place until I get my sentiment glued down, because my sentiment will keep this in place. But I just need a little bit of help. There we go, just tack that down. Okay, and then we've got our saying, happy spring. I'm going to glue it because it's going to keep that ribbon flat. And of course, I love white glue, as you guys know. But of course, it takes a bit to set, so we're going to just have to hold it down. Hey, Wendy over there, and Stacy and Helen, all watching, and Linda. I got Linda over there on my Border Buddy group. So glad you found me over there. Sometimes nobody finds me over there, so glad you did. Okay, just going to hold that down. We'll talk amongst ourselves as that's getting set. Okay, so let's, holding it down. So let's add some of these opaque sparkle dots. This is part of the goodie bag. So the DSP, the ribbon, and the dots all form that goodie bag. The class is $47, but it includes your postage. It includes 8 card kit with 8 cut cards materials. You've got your half a pack of DSP, your dots, full pack, and 5 yards of that ribbon. Plus, you get a PDF that tells you how to do everything. And we'll craft together on February 22nd. So it's pretty good. Okay, so that's the card. I like how it turned out. You tried the other blues. It's the white Tombow is my absolute favorite. Yeah, you tried the other blues. Yeah, I agree. Your your gal, your doggy. Yes, her dog getting her stitches out. Um, when you're getting close to the city, yeah. Sorry, I'm going back and reading you guys because I've missed your comments. And the people that are over there on my border buddy are going, who are you talking to? We're going to get snow. Okay, well, we'll have to live with it, I guess. My mother-in-law's 95th birthday party on Saturday, so I'm hoping it doesn't snow. Let's see. Carol, hi there. Sunny Osoyas. Winkastella on the spade and fork. My friend Diane, she loves Winkastella. And we could do that. Let's do that. Sure, Di, just for you, kiddo. So we're going to put Winkastella, which gives us that little glimmer. Put it on our spade. Put it on our spade. Just gives it that little look of real metal then. Good idea, Di. There we go. That looks good. Good job. Thanks. Good suggestion. Okay, so this is today's card, but let me grab some other cards. This is the one I was alluding to a minute ago. So my friend Leanne Binder, who's watching me on the Border Buddy Hangout, sent me this card. Look how cute that bunny is. Look at that coloring. Don't you love it? She's a fabulous colorer. And that's where I got the idea for these, what do you call them? Leaves on top of the radish. The underside there. So great. But I love how she colored the bunny. Love it. Yeah, it does add a bit of sparkle. Okay, so that's Leanne's card. And then here's another one using primarily the stamps, the stamps from the Storybook Garden Patch. And then, of course, that's the paper, the Storybook Friends, or Storybook Moments paper. And that's a good addition. These really do mix and match, these two bundles. Here's one that features most of the products in the garden patch. We've got the this die creates the dirt, and then there's all these little things you can stick your vegetables in. It's kind of cool. Now I have shown these cards, these three for sure, on recent live videos. So if you go to my YouTube channel and Stamp Crazy with Allison, and there's a whole playlist with, I don't know, 8 or 9 cards featuring this. Yeah, the ribbon really does make this card, doesn't it? It does. You're right. You're right, Carol. It kind of pulls in that black. Then we made this one the other day, remember? This is a double fold gate card or something. I can't even remember the real name of it, but look at that. Is that fun? Love that. Okay, so those are some more ideas. Well, I should say, you guys know this, but when you make a purchase from me, you get a free PDF sent to you by email, and it's always got 12 cards. And I do this with my friends from around the world, and literally global demonstrators. And we pick a suite to work with. So this is January, but February's is Storybook Moments. And when you sign up for this class, I'm going to send you the PDF for free in case you get a little bonus there. Okay, so here's the card we made today. And then this is the one that I made in anticipation of this one. But honestly, I like this one better. I like the colors in my pots better. This is okay. It's all right. I don't know. This veg looks like it's sort of stuck. I don't know. There's elements of both that I like. But anyway, that's our card. Oh, yeah, this was pretty peacock. But I like the Lost Lagoon, tying that color into the palette of the designer series paper, right? All right, let's see. There we go. Yay. Okay, let's see what else. Anybody else say anything? Oh, Stacy, I got you, I think. I got everybody over there in my Border Buddy group. Hopefully, hi, if I missed you. And boy, a lot of people were watching this afternoon. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I said hi to everybody. Okay, so I'll see you hopefully again on Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Right here on wherever you found me today is where I'll also be. So whether it's on YouTube, where I think Pam and my friend Leanne from Perth are, I think you guys are on YouTube. Most of you are on my Facebook page, but I got quite a few over there on my Border Buddy group. So awesome. So consider joining the class. You'll have lots of fun and you can join from anywhere in the world. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to go over and stop my recording on my Facebook, and then I'll pop back here and end it here. So bye on Facebook, and then bye to you guys. Have a great rest of the day.